Welcome to our introductory guide to change management mistakes that can and must be avoided. About 70% of all change initiatives fail to achieve the intended outcomes of a change management implementation process. Leaders face a critical challenge, and that is implementing change that provides sustainable results. Identifying pitfalls leads to more successful transformations, so let us explore together what the essential do's and don'ts are for effective change management. Always avoid it to start with a poor or no strategy and rather invest in a comprehensive strategy before starting the change management process, therefore providing a clear roadmap ahead. I recommend that you use established frameworks such as Kotter's 8-step process, ADKAR, or Lewin's model for this. Other common pitfalls to avoid is to only focus on what and why, while neglecting the how. If your planning is incomplete, it will always lead to unwanted outcomes. It creates difficulty to build any sort of buy-in, so never rush implementation with a clear and decisive roadmap. For you to prevent any communication failures, I recommend you share information early before rumors start. Often maintain a consistent messaging cadence and be transparent and honest about the challenges and the progress made. Go beyond sending emails, and I have found that personal face-to-face contact usually makes the way forward much easier. Avoid at all costs to wait for something to happen or be communicated, as it creates information vacuums. An over-reliance on email usually fails to reach all the stakeholders that are involved and never hide any bad news, because this will destroy all trust that there might have been between the parties. Avoid a rigid implementation plan and rather create a flexible strategy with clear and precise objectives. When you execute the implementation process, always execute it with enough room for adaptation, and adjust where and when needed by modifying your approach based on new information that will arise. Continuously evaluate and assess the progress as well as the ever-changing conditions. When you are too dogmatic with strategies, it will cause failure, and any environmental changes will render an inflexible plan obsolete. Always build adaptability into your approach. Please never neglect the human element and be purely technology-focused, because some organizations often prioritize systems over people and invest heavily into new tools while completely ignoring emotional responses. A successful change management process will always address the human concerns first, and it will acknowledge emotional responses and generally provide proper support where and when needed. Remember that change management is about people and not just systems. Continuously engage people throughout the entire journey and do not assume that technical excellence will ensure adoption. Never take a one-size-fits-all approach. The executive leadership will be able to align the strategic vision of the business, understand the business case, and be able to address any potential resource allocation concerns. Middle management will be able to provide guidance during the implementation, manage any potential team resistance, and ensure operational continuity, while the frontline staff are impacted by the daily workflow, any new skill requirements, and they might have some valid job security concerns. Different groups have varying and specific concerns and needs. Generic communications fail to address the specific impacts that will be experienced. Always tailor your approach by department. Now, to build a change-ready culture, it is critical to recognize and reward change adoption and always celebrate the wins. Create safety by making it safe to experiment and learn, and put all your effort into break down silos, as it fosters cross-functional collaboration. A history of failed changes will create embedded resistance, while organizational silos will prevent all transformation. It is critical to address the root causes rather than blaming the individuals. So, what are the keys to successful change management? Build adaptability into your planning from the start of the process and ensure a robust and flexible strategy. Ensure transparent communication and share information early and across multiple channels. Address human elements alongside processes and technology, but you have to focus on the people. Track the impact and modify the course as needed, so continue to measure and adjust. Tailor your approaches to different stakeholder groups and address any cultural barriers proactively. Change management requires both science and art to succeed. If you found value in the information I shared, please like and subscribe, and join me in the next video.